Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling has been confirmed, well, sort of confirmed. And Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush has also been confirmed. So in today's video, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Just a quick reminder before I start. Keep it real MMA. If you're new, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Comment, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I'll start with the title fight that got announced. It was, I think it was May. I think it was announced. Don't ask me when the Beneil Dariush and Charles Oliveira fight was announced. I can't really remember. But yeah, so Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo has been announced. Now, this is the type of fight that we needed. The type of fight that I wanted to be announced. And obviously, I'm not going to go too much into detail. If you guys are new, when I make videos of fights that have been announced, I don't like to make a prediction video. So, like, a detailed prediction until it comes around to the fight, if I make a separate video on it, or if I just do an entire card breakdown and I get to that fight. But I am going to pick Aljamain Sterling. I'm going to pick him by submission. I think he's going to take Cejudo's back. Obviously, there's a lot of factors going into it. I think Cejudo hasn't got the best wrestling for MMA, surprisingly. And I just think Aljamain's going to get his back. But yeah, it's a great fight that's been announced, though. It's added a lot of value to May in general. I think it's like April or May. It's added a lot of value to a month that was lacking a little bit. So that's a good job on the UFC's behalf. And yeah, it's a great fight. I mean, it does my head in a little bit, because I know if Aljamain wins this, he's kind of basically the GOAT of bantamweight. And it pains me to say, because he's had the easiest path to the title than any other bantamweight. I mean, his boyfriend Merab's beaten every fucking contender for him. But if he does beat Cejudo, man, that's a Olympic wrestler, two-time. That's a fucking, was a champ. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't win the flyweight belt legitimately, Demetrius clearly won that fight. But yeah, so you know, it's great to have on his resume, and it's hard to argue, because the thing is, the bantamweight division is such a good division. The belt really gets defended that many times. So if Aljamain Sterling finds a way to beat Henry Cejudo, which I think he will by submission, I mean, he's kind of the GOAT, man. I mean, yeah, he beat TJ Dillashaw, who came in with one arm, basically. Had to get a robbery win over Corey Sandhagen. Clearly fucking lost that fight. Still took like another year off after the Sandhagen fight, so still an inactive TJ. So obviously I was going to pick Aljamain. I knew he was going to beat TJ. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he beat the less well-rounded Corey Sandhagen, but it was still a great submission, man. To do that to Corey Sandhagen's crazy. And yeah, I mean, kind of got to consider him the GOAT in a way, unfortunately. But it is what it is, man. I mean, he did redeem his, well, a win or loss on the paper, but let's be real, he was on his way to losing to Piotr Jan, but he redeemed it with the win, and it was not a robbery decision. He definitely beat Piotr Jan, who was considered the best bantamweight in the world at that point, so you've got to put respect on his name. So yeah, I will be going with Aljamain Sterling with that fight, but it's a great card now, great builder, it's a great title fight. It's what you want to stack these pay-per-view cards up, so that's a good job by them. By the UFC, you know, Mick Maynard, whoever does, or Hunter Campbell, whoever does the fucking matchmaking. So that's, I think Sean Shelby, right? So yeah, so good job by them. And yeah, so that's a good fight. We got the ball rolling. And obviously the second fight that got announced was Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. Now this is a very good fight. This is a fight that I talked about a while back. Obviously it was getting flirted around if it was going to be made or not. Now, the winner of this fight, if it's Oliveira should fight Fiziev if he beats Gaethje, because I think he will, so it should be Fiziev, and then he can get a title shot. But if Beneil wins, I think Beneil should just get a straight title shot. He deserves it. I wouldn't have been mad if he got a title shot instead of having to fight Oliveira. But no, good on Beneil to take this fight. This is a very 50-50 fight. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into detail, but it is a very, very 50-50 fight. It's one of those where it's like, you got to weigh up the pros and the cons, and it's like there's a lot of downside to there's a lot of downside to each one winning, because if Oliveira wins, he's already beaten the other top contenders. But yet again, he can get Fiziev, so I think that kind of makes up for it. And if Beneil wins, he gets the title shot, but I don't think he'll beat Islam. So it's one of those things. But in this fight, it's very 50-50. But as of right now, currently, I gotta go with Oliveira, man. If his chin is not gone. Now, that's a worry. Is his chin gone? I don't know. I can't tell you for definite. I can't tell you. Because he has taken a lot of damage. Obviously got dropped by Makhachev, which is not good, man. Even though Makhachev got a lot of power, but yeah. I mean, if Makhachev couldn't drop Volkanovski, then, you know what I'm saying, who was a featherweight, coming up to lightweight. I gotta go with Oliveira as of now. Because I just feel like there's been a consistent pattern in Dariush's career where if you pressure him correctly, you can chin him. And he's been chinned a couple of times. Obviously, Alexander Hernandez chinned him. Now, crazy to say, right? Back in the day. Well, not back in the day, but you know what I mean. Not back in the day. But yeah, it's possible. Now, Gamrot did not pressure Dariush correctly. The correct way to pressure Dariush is to not just rush in and try to shoot stupid takedowns. Because the thing is, Gamrot was willing to play on the feet, but the problem was he realised he was kind of outmatched on the feet, so he was kind of shooting panicky shots or shots to desperation shots, and it doesn't work against a guy like Dariush. But now Dariush is facing a different dynamic in Oliveira, because Oliveira isn't going to be shooting takedowns. Oliveira is going to stand with him, and Oliveira is going to pressure him back. You know, that shoot the box style where, you know, they got the high guard, knee up, Muay Thai stance. He's going to pressure Dariush in a way where he's not going to back down on the feet, and I feel like he has better striking than Dariush in certain areas, especially in the pocket. It's just whose chin's going to go first. That's the problem. They're both chinny guys. But I don't know. I feel like Oliveira's going to catch him on the chin. I truly believe that. I truly believe he's going to catch him on the chin. Because I feel like he will correctly pressure Dariush. And the correct way to pressure him is to be willing to take shots, but also have enough power to crack him back. So now, not to say that Gamrot didn't have the power to crack him, but the problem with Gamrot is that his range was all off, and because he was pressuring in a way where he was getting tagged more than he was tagging Dariush. And then eventually, obviously, that led to him getting dropped in the third round. And because he kept trying to go for panic shots, he kept trying to do all of this stuff. Now, with Oliveira, like I said, Oliveira ain't going to be shooting no panic shots. Oliveira's going to be right in his face, throwing elbows, getting in the clinch, throwing different shots. And I think that's the correct way to pressure Dariush. I mean, if you look at Drakkar Klose, the way he pressured Dariush was he landed a big shot as they kind of met. And then obviously he correctly pursued Dariush by leg kick, systematically getting closer and closer. Whereas Gamrot was just trying to rush in and go in like that, which is not the correct way. And I feel like Oliveira will kind of do a mixture where he will pressure quick, but he'll also do it very, very methodically in a way where he will throw some leg kicks. He will throw a switch knee. He'll just do different stuff like that, not just Gamrot just come rushing in. So yeah, man, great fights announced by the UFC. Like I said in a previous video at the start of this year, I said this will be one of the greatest years for the UFC, possibly, or if not the greatest, if they continue in this trend. So yeah, glad to see the continuing in the trend. 2 great fights added is what you like to see. So yeah, guys, all I can say is that's what I got for you for now. Obviously, I don't like to go too much into details, so sorry if I disappoint you, but please still like and subscribe. I really appreciate you all. I don't know if I'm going to make a card video, by the way, for this one. I don't know if I have time, but I will let you guys know. I might make a quick, like a shorts where I'll do some predictions, but I will try my best. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Well, just please like and subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Slowly growing, so I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.